Today we're going to learn two different types of figurative language. The first one is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a word that imitates the sound it represents. For example, thinking of water, you would think of splat when a drop of water lands. Kaboom would be like the sound of a bomb. And buzz would be the sound of a bee, and whoosh would be the sound of the wind. So when we hear those words or read those words, we can hear in our mind what those actually sound like. Same thing with the word bang. You can hear what that sounds like, and boom, you can hear in your mind what that word sounds like as well. Comic strips have great examples of onomatopoeia. What are some sound words in this comic strip, and how are the words used? So here we have the comic strip Garfield, and the first one here says gonk and then spoot. Okay, gonk is for the sound of the ball hitting him on the head, and spoot is that sound when you spit something out. Then splot, this is bigger and a louder sound, and that's when Garfield's bowl hits him right in the face. Thwack, that imitates the sound that a rake might make when it hits someone on the face. Gah! Okay, he's exclaiming that because he hit his thumb with the hammer. Here's hum, and then yah, when the watermelon falls out of the bag and lands on his foot. And then here it's yay. Sometimes sound words stand alone, so it's just the one word. But more often they are used in poetry. So this poem called Beach Orchestra, it has a lot of onomatopoeia in it, but it's actually used with other words. The waves are racing towards the shore. Booming, crashing, more, more, more. The sand is crunching beneath my feet. Boom, crash, crunch, crunch, I march to the beat. Sandcastles toppling, umbrellas whisking by. Storm clouds brewing, land meets sky. Booming waves, biting wind, full gray clouds, let the storm begin. Some examples of onomatopoeia in this poem would be booming, crashing, because in our mind we can hear what that sounds like. The sand is crunching beneath my feet. Then we have boom, crash, crunch, crunch. Those are all sound words. I march to the beat. Sandcastles toppling, umbrellas whisking by. Storm clouds brewing, land meets sky. Booming waves, biting winds, full gray clouds, let the storm begin. The important thing that this poem is showing you that onomatopoeia is used in sentences to help you hear the sounds, which paints a much better picture in your mind of what the poem is talking about. The next new type of figurative language is called personification. Okay, that is when you give human characteristics to objects and ideas. For example, the cupcake was calling me. Okay, and it's like the cupcake saying, eat me, eat me. Okay, so the cupcake wasn't actually calling you, but when you looked at it, you really wanted to eat it. So it's almost like it was saying, eat me, eat me. Okay, the next one, the leaves danced their way through the lawn. Okay, the leaves didn't really dance. What they did is they rolled across the lawn. Okay, so like the wind blowing was blowing them across the lawn, and they kind of appear that they might be dancing. So the personification here is saying that the leaves danced. The next example, the moon was resting in the midnight sky. Okay, it doesn't really mean the moon was sleeping, okay, but it just was still, so it appeared that it was resting. The personification here is resting. Please pause the video and add the word personification to your reading notebook. Also write the definition and then one of the examples that I just went over. Here are some more examples. The flowers snuggled in the sunlight. Okay, what is being personified here are the flowers. The human quality that the flowers have in this sentence are that they snuggled. What does the sentence actually mean? The flowers were close together in the sunlight. Okay, the next example, the sun glared at me through the window. Okay, so what is being personified? The sun, and the human quality is that it's glaring. Glaring means to stare at something really hard. What does the sentence actually mean? The sun was bright through the window. So in these two sentences, the personification words are snuggled and glared because those are human characteristics being used to describe an object or idea. For the final example, we're going to look at what is being personified, what human quality is used, and what does the sentence mean. Okay, so on the picture we see some bread or jumping out of a toaster. It says the slices of bread jumped out of the toaster suddenly, scaring me. Okay, what is being personified? The bread, the slices of bread. What human quality is used? Okay, saying that they jumped out of the toaster because they didn't actually jump like humans jump, but it appeared that they were jumping because they came out so fast. Okay, and so what does the sentence mean? It means that the toast popped out of the toaster and startled the boy. He didn't expect them to come out so fast. A day at the beach. Car doors slam and children cheer. Our day at the beach has just begun. The sun, like the color of summer corn, spreads its arms wide to give us warmth. While the beach is a patchwork quilt, umbrellas and towels covered the sand. The po'atukawa blooms red, gracefully offering us shade under its thick canopy of leaves. Suntan lotion is slopped and slapped as shirts slip off and togs slip up. There's the whooping of children racing after bright beach balls, and the lapping of waves, their fingers trying to catch hold of our feet. Parents relax, nose in a book. Children play. All are there to enjoy the day. As the sun bows farewell and the water recedes, we pack up our gear and, like ants, file singly back to the car. The day has ended as the gulls screech their goodbyes. I dream of when I'll next be by the sea's side. Next, I want you to pause the video, and you're going to be looking for different types of figurative language that we've learned about so far that are in this poem. So anything that is onomatopoeia in the poem, I want you to circle it. I want you to underline lines that show personification. For example, it says the sun spreads its arms wide. So that would be an example of a human characteristic for an object. So you're going to underline those. And then I want you to highlight any similes or metaphors that you heard in this poem. Please pause the video and complete the work of finding the different types of figurative language in this poem. What's next? There are 2 reading assignments because you learned 2 different kinds of figurative language in this video. Assignment number 1 will be to draw a picture and write a sound word or onomatopoeia to go with it. Please see the example below. The lightning and thunder went boom. Assignment 2, take a picture of an object in the room. Add a sentence that shows the object being personified or showing a human characteristic. So in my example, there's a picture of a book, and the sentence says, the book was telling me all sorts of interesting facts. The personification there is that sounds like the book is talking, but the book is not actually telling me something. I am actually reading it. There are templates attached for both assignments.